here. It's New Year's Eve. I think it was Christmas Eve last time I spoke to you. I had done a lot over Christmas, so I ain't really documented anything. I'm just at the garden now. We've just been on a road trip. Me and Pete was on a road trip yesterday. Went to Shokoi for their open day, or open weekend. And I've just been on a road trip down to Basingstoke, and there's only one bloke who lives down there. Well, he put some of his fish on the other day, and when he moved his fish from the pond at the front to the main pond, he mentioned that he might be getting rid of one. Well, I'm a sucker for shower. 51 cm Easter shower. Now he showed me some old photos of it, and the sumi's actually gone back in on the back end. But I'm hopeful that with it coming into harder water, it might just bring that sumi out again. If not, it ain't an issue. I believe it's female. I checked, and I ain't gonna because it's obviously getting a little bit cold. There's a bit of carp pox on it here and there, but nothing major. So you got to learn to accept carp pox in the cold weather. But other than that, nice fish, shower. So thanks to the man who lives down Basingstoke, the one they call Twisted. Spent the afternoon with him, had to rush back because we're supposed to be going out, and we're going to be late. But there you go. Right, so I'm going to get this in the pond. It seems to be getting a bit fidgety now, so I'll catch you in a bit. There you go. It's in. 51 cm Easter shower, just gone in the pond. And I will tell you now that it is hopefully going to be for a spawning project come the summer. I've got an Easter male to throw with it and a few other males. So yes, everything else looks okay. Here it comes, just here. So there you go. What can I say? Once again, big thanks to Vince. Done me a cracking price on that, to be fair. Just had to go and fetch it, which is like 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back for me. For a nice steady drive. Had an hour stop at Warwick, and happy days. Also thanks to little Nick's koi pond. I've got a mug off him as well. I'll document that later on in the video. If this don't go out before New Year as well, I hope you all have a cracking New Year. And obviously it's probably going to be the first video of 2025 for me, to be honest, because I'm working tomorrow night, so I ain't going to be doing a lot tomorrow other than working. And yeah, I'll probably catch you after the New Year, so have a good one everybody. If you are celebrating, take care, don't drink too much, drink enough but don't drink too much, because I shall. I'm working. Catch you later in a bit, eh? Having you New Year's Day, and I've still got bedhead, which is what it is. I was working last night. I think I got to bed around about 3 o'clock. So I hope everybody had a great New Year. By the time you've seen this video, obviously the New Year's well and truly kicked in. As I said, it's New Year's Day today. I've just come to the garden just for a quick wander, just to see how everything. All fine in there. That Shiro's just a greedy bugger, really is. Water's going a bit crap again, so I think it's because I've mixed a little bit more food into the mix. I've put some Cuttlebrook growth, so hopefully that'll get them growing as well. So the Saki Kari, Cuttlebrook growth, Dajua food, Coppens Japan mix, and some other stuff in there. I can't remember. Oh, mealworms. There's mealworms in there as well. Obviously low protein. Because I'm at 20 degrees, I thought, yeah, get them growing a little bit. Because come the spring, as you know, they're coming out of some of them are coming out of there and going in there. Everything seems fine in the main pond. Obviously, they're a lot colder. I've just given them a little bit of food though, trying to get rid of this bloody pro-bite stuff. There's the new shower. So I've come up, took a few pellets. This dickhead's just had a bit of a giddy fit again. Seems alright, other than he got a flap of skin just over that wound from what he had earlier. But obviously that one going in the cut the way it's going. Other than that, everything is fine, nothing really to report. Everything seems to be running and ticking over sweet. As I said, it's we all know it's just that time of the year that I like to report, so it's just nice to check in with you and make sure everybody's had a nice new year. Bought the new year in style, not got too drunk. you pretty much just enjoyed yourself. So there you go, whatever you did, I hope it was good for you. And I'll probably catch you later on in the week, and we'll see if we can get some more footage for you. Been messing with my trees the last few weeks. I did actually collect one. I'm going to show you this because I know that a lot of people they like bonsai as well as anything else. But I collected a couple of trees. Don't tell nobody though. A couple of hawthorns. So we got the one in the black tub, which is just a lot of movement going up the trunk. That's what put me onto that one. Obviously that'll be cut down. And then I said this, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I can get that out. I ain't got a spade or anything with me. It's a bit long at the minute, but this is what attracted me to it. Now that is where the main trunk, I would imagine, has probably snapped off in half. It's got a lovely curve at the bottom, and look at how thin that's gone. And all that is natural. No carving or nothing been done on that, and it's actually spurting from here. So eventually, if you can imagine, that tree's probably only going to be about that tall. And I'm going to try and grow everything out from here to make that, and just bring the canopy over here. If you can understand what I mean. A lot of people don't notice, but there you go. Put some wire on me Paul Scarlet, which is another hawthorn. Just to bring that branch down. That's a red flowering hawthorn. These are I would imagine going to be white. And that's it. Christmas tree. Project for the future. Let that grow on a little bit. Get rid of all that white shit off it. And it'll be nice, as I keep saying, when we slabs them down up the top, I can get my trees and start working on them a little bit more. Raped that one the other day, which is a Mughal pine. Raped that. Also redone me juniper, which I've had for a long time, but it was never really the best. So I thought, well, I'll redo that. Looks a bit sparse at the minute, but it'll come. Try and create a new apex on the top. That's just a work in progress, the blue cedar, as much as I love them. Managed to get me an hemlock. I got that from when we went to Lapland. It's only a twig at the minute, pulled it up, put a bit of shape in the trunk, and I'll let it come now. So it all goes hand in hand, David. That one there has got to be repotted. It's going into one of these big grey pots, I think. I got it in a big training pot at the mini bonsai one, but I don't think it's going to be stopping in there, so it's got to come out there. That's rubbish. Here's my Sancho shower, my Dainichi. Yeah, they're alright actually in there. That one's gone to shit. That's a Cuttlebrook Easter shower, or Easter bloodline, which could be favourite to go with the Easter shower if it does turn out female. That one there. Come the spawning season. So you can see how excited they get when I come up to the tanks. I think I'm going to get fed. But there's fish still in there, which you hardly ever see because I'm smaller, and they seem to stay down the bottom. Because there's sinking food and everything in there as well. They just seem to keep down the bottom now. Ball press. An auto feed. Watch them dart. When they realise. Here they go. Now they've been fed just before I switched this camera on, which was 7 minutes ago. And I'm like that all day, every day. Greedy buggers. Right then, that's enough then. I'll leave it to it for today. Hope you all had a great New Year, as I've said, and a great Christmas, of course. And let's hope 2025 is really prosperous for all of you and everybody, and we all have a great one. I'll see you later in a bit. Having ya? It's the 7th of January. Another clear night. We've had snow, we've had all sorts, as you already know. I don't need to tell you that. And it's pretty cold again tonight. Now, the problem I've got at the minute, and I've been trying to put this off as best I can, is obviously, as we've already documented and we already know, the air source heat pump will work below 5 degrees. The maximum it's got to today is 4 degrees, that's all we've got. At the minute I'm down to 10.5. You know what I mean, from 20 degrees that is. So I've been trying to put it off doing a water change because it's obviously going to chill the water even more. But I thought tonight, you know what, I've got to get it done. It's been almost a fortnight since these have had a water change, and to be fair, the pod ain't that bad. It's going to look really bad, but to say there's a fortnight's worth there, it ain't all that bad. I've seen worse, don't get me wrong, I've seen a lot worse. Pretty certain there's a bit too much water in that now. So there's a bit of water out. Get it all turning again then. So yeah, it's ain't that bad. I mean, obviously I only get a quick boil on the first one, as I've probably already told you before. It always only has a quick boil. A lot of people will let it try and boil clear, but I doubt, because this has 3 drops, as we've already documented. It has 3 drops, and it's a quick boil on the first one just to loosen all the crap up and then take as much away as I can. Then the second boil I'll leave it a little bit longer, but again, drag as much crap out. Then I'll put some water in to swirl the crap around. I hate teaching how to suck eggs, but that's how I do it. Obviously, that's always on the go. That's me moving bed, if you like. So yeah. So that's pretty much as I'll let that go. Now what I I did say do, is I'll turn the air off. I'll turn the air off just to stop it, because the bubbles in the air will bring the crap back up through the K1. So turn it off, it just gives it a chance to settle out, and then we'll open the valve, let the water out, get the old faithful bog brush, forgive my fingers, and we'll go all round there and we'll disturb the lot, all round, just disturb the lot right from top to bottom. You can tell why I've got no floor left in my shed for you. And what I'm doing now is I'm just basically releasing whatever's stuck to the cage. And also trying to agitate some of the crap from under the K1 as well. I know some's going to go back under there, but it is what it is. So that's the first dump. That's what I always do with the first drop. I'll do it with the second drop as well. It looks a little bit worse now because obviously I've disturbed all the bottom. But once it gets to the bottom of that, the outlet pipe, or the drain pipe, drainage pipe, whatever you want to call it, this one here, coming out the pod. What I'll do then, I know these are the best camera angle for you and stuff, is I'll open the valve on the 4-inch. That then swirls it all round, not too much. It swirls it all around. You probably can't even see half of this. I'm sure I've showed people how I do my pod before. Everybody does it different, you know, so this is my way of doing things. It works for me. It always has done. What you'll see is it'll pick the crap up from round the outside now and drag it all round to the inlet pipe. You probably can't really see a lot of it. All the crap's now circling round and coming straight down into the inlet pipe. Yes, there's still a load of rubbish under the K1 which you've got to get out. But that's it, that's it for the first drop. So I'll shut that valve off and we'll open that up again. Now if I leave you there, you're probably going to know or realise that there's going to be some more crap coming around now. What that is the settlement out of the 4-inch drain while I've been boiling it, believe it or not. So it does actually settle. The actual drain in the pond, it goes under the drain while I'm boiling it. So that brings a load of crap up and through now. So we get to about that level. Still slightly rising. So off with the valve. See this pipe here? If I had already told you, I've got a stand pipe coming up off the drain. And there's a little pump in there, around about a 2,000 litre an hour pump. So when the pod gets as full as it can get of gravity, that gets pumped in. So I'll pump that in now just to top the pod up. Whoever's got an easy pod, if you don't let it come over this top, you ain't getting the shit out the middle. You need you need it to run in this top, and what it does then, it circulates the opposite way to what it normally would, and it gets the crap out the middle. Comprende? You know what I'm saying? So that's going to take a minute or two just to get it all topped up. Well, say a minute or two, it takes 5 minutes, a couple of minutes. And the reason being, it's only a small pump. So this is going to be the second drop now. So as you can see, the water is just starting to come over. You did see just when I had the water flowing nicely. So it's just a case of making sure that you come over the top, because I've seen a lot of people boiling an easy pod like this, where it's coming over the top, and what's happening is your crap's building up in the middle there. There is a way around it, which ain't an easy way, but you best just put a little bit extra water in. If you've got to pump some water in like I'm doing, and let it come over the top. Now that's going to be sort of 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch up here before I'll turn that pump off, and I'll just let it run then. But you've got to move the crap out that centre part, because it is a nightmare for hanging in there. Now I have got a jet wash, which, as you know of, which I'll stick in there sometimes. I don't do it every time, but every now and again I'll get the jet wash in and get it out. Because doing it this way, the flow of that water going in, down in that centre part, and the bubbles, you can see it pushes the crap out. And 9 times out of 10 it's pretty much clean in the middle. But that is the way you should be running a pod, to clean anyway. You don't want it running like that while you've got it running normal, filtering the pond. But to clean, you need to bring the water above these. This Mercedes-Benz sign, if you like. You need to bring the water above them for it to be effective. So that's now sort of bubbling away nicely. So what I'll do, I'll unplug that, which turns that water off, and I'll just leave that there for a bit now. I know there's been hundreds of videos showing you how to do that, or how to clean an easy pod, and I know everybody's probably got their own way of doing it, but that's my way. As I've said, it's freezing cold. I would show you the fish, but I've got a light gone, and when I get back from work I call bloody the horse to come out in the dark and change it. So I've pretty much left these alone, in all fairness, for at least a week. I ain't touched them at all. It's probably been above that, actually, thinking about it. The only thing I have done, even on the weekends, is I've just totted about in the garden, messed about with my bonsais and whatever else. These are okay, these are cold. I have fed them either today. I think I'm around about 5 degrees. So they ain't too bothered in anything. That's the new shower there. This one down here. So it's one of them, mate. It's nothing to show really at this time of year. As you can see, the garden's still a shithole. It's never been no different, my garden. Well, it will, I hope, he says. If Perky pulls his finger out and gives me a quote on this slabbing. I hope you're watching this, Perky, me old China. You've had your holiday now, come on. So yeah, that's where I am, that's what I'm doing. And that's all I can show you, in all fairness. The drum's looking after the main pond, and the boyout and everything's looking after that. That don't need no real maintenance other than get the net in, like I've said, every now and again to scoop it out. I could show you these because, well, I'm cold as well, in all fairness. Like I said, they're down to 10, and I'm going to get colder once this fresh water's gone in and this water change is done. But I've got to watch where I'm walking because the water on the path is froze. So there you go. I've been having more fun with my gun than anything else, and that's my winter thing really. I think I've documented it before that my winter thing is obviously shooting. I like a bit of shooting. I ain't no good at it, as you can see by the last video I put on. But I like to go out. It's just get out, you know what I mean? Get out, middle of nowhere. Keep yourself to yourself. Pop a couple of rats off. The odd rabbit, which I had for my tea last night. Beautiful it was, done in the slow cooker as well. And all, that's what I've done. Nothing special, nothing major. So there you go. I'll catch you later in a bit, eh? I'm pickled. I've really been. Well, that's topping up. I thought I'd pump the filter out and just make sure everything's okay up here. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in the video, we went to Shaoxia Koi and we bumped into Nick. Little Nick's koi pond. If you haven't been over and check him out. He's just done a new pond build. He's had a few ups and downs with it, but I think he's all there now and he's all up and running. The last I saw of it was steaming. Fair play to you, mate. Good on you. I know it's been a bit of a rough journey for you, but little Nick's koi pond, mate. Get over there, give him some love, tell him I've sent you over. Tell the Black Country boys and with her. And we send him some love. Main pond is a 5.7. My fingers are about -5 at the minute. I'm froze. I really am. But I'm going to wrap it up here because there ain't really a lot to show you, to tell you, to you know. So I'm going to wrap it up here. As I said, the sleeper pond is just topping up. So once that's done down there, once that's done, I'll turn all the lights off and I'll be getting in. And I'll put this video up tonight. It's Tuesday night. Mr. Moon's up there, shining bright in the sky. Look, it was lovely the other night. I don't know if you see it, but you've got Venus right next to the moon. Now Venus has moved away now. There's Venus over there. Look. But the other night it was right next to the moon. So if you wondered what it was Venus. I don't know if you'll see it. That one there. That's Jupiter. And Saturn should be somewhere over here. I don't think that's the one you're seeing, but it's a lovely clear night tonight. And I used to love to come out on these nights just to get the telescope out and have a look about. No one's always ever any good. Same as everything else really. Right, I know that's Venus anyway. So there you go. Stargazing. Hey, lesson in stargazing for you as well. Right, thanks for watching guys. I know it's been quiet, I know I ain't done nothing this year. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope 2024 is prosperous and a good one for you, and let's just hope it's a good one for all of us. Documented the new fish in the big pond. That's okay, that's fine, and everything else is as it is. If there's anything to update it on, obviously I'll give you a shout, but as it is, everything is as it is. In a bit guys, thanks for watching, catch you later, have a great new year, and I'll see you on the next one. In a bit, ain't it?